Let me know if you've heard any of these stats before. So it was said about 70% of Americans are losing sleep over finances. 70%. On top of that, 9 out of 10 people die with less than $10,000 and virtually no financial assets. We're at the highest rate ever of stress-related illness. Stress is the number one cause of illness. And the list kind of goes on and on and on. And I was thinking while I'm sitting here, I'm sitting on my patio. It's an absolutely beautiful day. I'm just listening to the pool, waterfall starting to come out. And I was just thinking about how perfect the universe is. Like, look at these red rocks. They're perfect. And I was thinking how perfect God was. So you can have these incredible red rocks that just go for miles. You could have the most beautiful desert oceans. You could have the most beautiful tropical oceans, jungles, beautiful pine and lake country in the northern side of America. And it just goes on and on and on. And I was thinking the universe is perfect. It's that we get in our own way and we block it. We block our finances. We block our relationships. We block our happiness. And it's funny simply because if we let go and we stop trying so hard, we'll actually get what we want. It's a paradox. When you let go and you know how to let go, you start getting what you want. And so in this video, I'm going to break down letting go made easy, made simple, so that you can be happier, so that you can increase your energy instantly, your vibration, feel better, and get more of what you want. Make more money, attract your soulmate, better job, more adventures, more success. You can get what you want easier when you let go. I know it's a paradox. So let's dive right into this video. And if you enjoy it, do make sure you hit the good old like button on this video. So letting go can be easy when you follow these steps because it's going to change your paradigm on what it means to actually let go. So bear with me here. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the perfection of the universe. God is perfect. The universe is perfect. And you are made in the image of God. You are one with the universe. There's only one energy here, right? Like my face is energy. My hair is energy. My eyes are energy. My hand is energy. These mountains are energy. My house is energy. Every single thing is energy. And guess what? It all comes from one originating source of energy. You can call this God. You can call this spirit. You can call it anything. You can call it Roger. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's just a word. It's a signpost. That's all a word is. And it's pointing to an energy. And this energy is perfect. It's everything. It's made those rocks. Literally, those beautiful rocks. It's made those rocks. It's also made the whole universe, right? Pretend it's nighttime right now. Nighttime. And you and I are looking out at the stars. And I say, whoa, look at how bright that orange star is. That is such a good star. And you go, I wonder how far away it is, bro. And I say, it's 9 zillion light years. But I have a spaceship to get us there. So we take the spaceship there and we land on planet Nebulous. And when we land on planet Nebulous, it's nighttime. And on planet Nebulous, there's this big, beautiful neon green star. And I say, oh my gosh, look at that star. And you say, well, we should go there. How far away do you think it is? And we do the same process, right? And then we take my spaceship, the planet Zuron, which is the green star. And when we land there, you go, look at that pink star. And I go, hold on, before we go there, how long does this go for? And you say, infinite. Infinite. And I say, how far away is infinite? Well, you can't quantify it because there is no beginning and there is no end. See, science tells us that energy is never created or destroyed. And all the energy that ever was and ever will be is 100% evenly present at all places at all times in different dimensions. So if it's infinite, then that must mean that God is infinite. That spirit, consciousness, energy, whatever you want to call it, it's infinite in nature. Okay, now let's bring it back to reality here. All right, let's get off the spaceship. Let's come back to planet Earth. And let's look at my hand. Nice hands, right? No, I'm just joking. But look at this thing. It's made up of the same energy the star is made up of. Spirit, consciousness, right? Whatever you want to call it. This same infinite light is really what it is light. We're all made of it. So what that means is the same qualities that govern the stars, infinite expansion of the cosmos, of the universe, perfection that builds incredible landscapes across the planet. That's the same principle that governs your life. Perfection and constant expansion. Perfection and constant expansion. So let's break this down. You are meant to have a constantly expanding life that manifests perfectly for you. Exactly what you need. Doesn't mean it always will be perfect to our minds, but it's perfect in where it's bringing us. And infinite is meant to govern our lives, meaning our lives are meant to get infinitely better. Our destiny is far beyond we can comprehend. So I want you to take a deep breath, just go like this. And take another deep breath. And I want you to remember this. You are literally supported by the perfection of the universe. You don't have to figure every detail out. You don't have to figure every detail out. You don't have to go, well, I could make more money and my life could get infinitely better, but I don't know how. And I didn't go to the right school and I don't know the right people. Just forget about it. Take a breath and say, I'm a divine being. The universe supports me in everything I do. My life constantly gets better and better and better. And when you can let go into this basic truth, it makes life so much easier. There's so much less stress, and what you want comes faster because now your perception of reality is one in which you live in a friendly universe. You know, Albert Einstein used to say that the number one decision you make is, do you live in a friendly or a hostile universe? Well, we live in a friendly universe. We live in a universe that actually is for expansion. It is for abundance. It is for success. So comment down below, my life gets better and better. Comment down below, my life gets better and better. And remember that. How could your life not get better and better and better and better? It's supposed to get better and better and better. You're not condemned to an eternity of poverty, an eternity of suffering, an eternity of bad people. No. What you are is blessed with constant expansion and your life getting better and better because you are a divine being. So then the next question is, well, what do you want? If you live in an infinite universe, if you're made in the image of God, if the universe constantly supports you in every single solitary thing you do, check out my baby's bathtub floaty. That's a bathtub right there. I don't wear that. She wears it. And so think about this. If you're made in the image of God, if the universe is infinite in nature, that truly to the mind of God, there's no such thing as failure. There's no such thing as poverty. There's no such thing as lack and limitation. Then you go, okay, well, I am one with that. So my life's meant to follow the same trajectory. So then the question becomes, well, what do I want? What do I want? Not what do I think I can get? Not what looks possible based off of my past. Go to the mind of God. Go to the mind of God. The mind of God, right? The divine mind that perfectly creates this universe. The mind of God that perfectly creates an infinite universe that's constantly expanding, new stars, new galaxies, always being born. The mind of God that perfectly created planet Earth. Go to that mind and say, what do you want? Well, I want my beautiful dream house on the beach. I want to be the number one real estate agent in my area. I want my dental practice to grow twice as much. I want to be a travel photographer and travel all over the world. And I want a home in Thailand. And that's where I want to spend most of my time. And I want to meet my soulmate. I want to find someone that truly loves me and someone that's creative, someone I can do art with, and someone that likes the same type of adventure as me. They like to hike and they like to travel and camp. That's what I want. You go to the mind of God with what you want without reservation. You don't go to the mind of God and say, I just want someone that's not mean to me anymore. I mean, I don't know if it's possible. I'll stay with Frank if I need to, but I don't know. It'd be nice. You don't go to the mind of God and do that. Imagine if you went to the mind of God and you said, I'd really like some new galaxies to be made, but if it's too hard, it's fine. You don't have to worry about it. Imagine if that was the mind of God. Albert Einstein used to say that ultimately the only thing he wanted to know was how God thinks. God thinks without time, because time is an illusion. So it thinks without time. It thinks only in possibilities, and it thinks only in constant expansion without limitations and reservations. So you have to go to the mind of God in that same consciousness. That's why it says in the Bible, to those that have, more is given. It's all about where your level of consciousness or your level of awareness is. So then you go, what do I want? And the really wild thing is almost nobody knows what they want, because we've taught ourselves that we can't have what we truly want. So what we do is, when someone says, here's what I want, it's really what they kind of sort of want. They've just talked themselves down from what they really want. And then they got to a more appropriate level. Instead of wanting to be financially free and retire your mom or be a millionaire in the next 10 years, your goal is, I make 30 grand. If I can make 35, that'd be great. It's like, come on, you're a divine being. Let go of the limitations. What do you actually want out of your life? What do you want your life to look like? What do you want it to feel like? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to create? How do you want to serve? What do you want your career to be like? Where do you want to live? Who do you want to spend your time with? What types of people? And when you really build the image of your future without limitation, without conditions, without the past, when you do that, you immediately offer it to the mind of God. Think about it like this, right? You have prototypes, and when you get a new idea, you go get it made in a laboratory and you get your prototype back, right? And then you figure out if it's good or not. And if it's good, then you go bring it to market, right? It's a prototype. Well, when you build a perfect image of what you want, you're sending a prototype to God. And then the universe responds back to that. So when you understand that the universe is infinite in nature and that it only thinks in possibilities, your job is to simply know what it is that you want and communicate it effectively to the universe. And then you don't have to worry about every single detail in your life. You've already let go. That process of correctly creating it blocks all the anxiety and worry and, oh my gosh, is this going to work out? Because you know it. Like, I'll give you an example. All right. I was 19 years old. I dropped out of college. I read all these books by Wayne Dyer and Bob Proctor and Jack Canfield. And I said, if this stuff is true, if the law of attraction works, if you can create the life you want, I'm going to drop out. I'm going to become an author. I'm going to become a millionaire author. And I'm going to inspire people all over the world. And I'm going to be a millionaire in my 20s. And I built all these pictures in my mind of who I wanted to be. Okay, I'm 29. It's all happened. And then some. I did the same thing with my wife. My relationship before with another woman didn't work out before I met Ashley. And I realized there was a lot of red flags in that relationship. Things that weren't right. We weren't right for one another. And so I pulled out a pen and pad and I wrote exactly what I wanted. And I realized I wanted to date someone creative. I wanted to be with an artist. like a really creative but grounded. I wanted someone that was really athletic. The person I was with before, she wasn't really into working out. She wasn't really into exercising, and I was. And so it was a way we didn't connect. So I thought, well, my next partner, I want them to be into exercise, play sports when they were younger. This was Ashley to a T, artist. She's a wood burning artist, incredible artist, one of the most creative people I've ever met in my life. Everything, creative from photo to video to drawing to wood burning. She played sports growing up. She actually won state in soccer in Utah when she was in high school. Super athletic. We do fun activities together. She was perfect. I could go on and on and on. It happened to a T. I wrote it on a piece of paper, and then I didn't worry about it. I didn't then go, well, I need to go on 9 million dates, and I have to find this exact person. Where are they? I wonder where they are. I wonder if it's working. I wonder if this stuff works, guys. I don't think it works. Maybe I'll just settle for Lisa here that, she doesn't really fit all those criteria, but hey, it's better than being alone. I didn't do that. So by truly embracing your own desire and knowing what it is that you want, you also build the seed to let go, and the fulfillment of that desire is built into the desire itself. And that's where the magic happens. So we got one more part on today's video. If you're still with me, make sure you hit the like button on this video right over there and right over there to send this out into the YouTube universe. Comment down below, I trust the universe. Comment down below, I trust the universe. And before we move on to number 3, I want you to actually take a deep breath. Just go. Maybe one more. If you got someone in the same room as you, do it really loud so they think you're weird. Take a deep breath. And then go like this. And then comment down below, I trust the universe. Now, last but not least, go to your subconscious, right? Because the reason it's hard to let go is because it's habitual not to, right? You might have a habitual tendency to worry over money or to think that your soulmate isn't out there. Maybe your habitual tendency is to think you're not good enough, you're not smart enough. Maybe you have an inferiority complex. Maybe you think you're too old. Maybe you think you're too young. It's just so pretty today. But think about that. If you think you're too old, if you think you're too young, if you think you're too fat, too skinny, not worthy, God doesn't like you. These are all habits, right? They're habits in the subconscious. So when we're having trouble letting go, not only are we creating our own suffering, but we're also blocking what we want from coming into our life. And it's all a habit. And so one of the ways to permanently free ourselves from this is to be able to identify some of those belief systems. Because as soon as we become aware of them, they're no longer trapped in the subconscious. The subconscious controls 95% of your life. And so you just break it down. Right? And for me, I noticed, I told you at the beginning when I was 19, I dropped out and I decided what my big goals were. Well, I thought I was too young. That was a habit I learned from society. And the habit I learned was I'm too young, therefore I can't have what I want. I'm not good enough. I'm not qualified. It won't work out. And that was because every publishing company told me no. Like all these agents told me no. All these speakers told me. Everyone just said like, hey, buddy, cute idea, cute. But just go home, have your mom make you cookies, and go back to school, okay? And so I developed this complex where I thought I was too young. And so that was a habit of how I looked at the world. So instead of looking at the world from the mind of God, from a world of possibilities, I looked at the world from a lens of limitation. And so I want you to identify some of those belief systems. You can go back and think about your childhood. Think about the things that you heard based around what you wanted. Let's say you decide you want more money. Well, think about the things that your parents, the adults around you, the media around you, the household you were in, what did they say about money? What were the common belief systems they held? If you want more love, go back and think about what your childhood was like. Think about what types of things you saw with relationships. Maybe the people around you got divorced. Maybe you heard that love was pain. Maybe your parents got divorced and they both tried to make the other person the bad guy to you. And so you got confused. So you thought love was drama and it's not worth it. Well, these subconscious belief systems, even if you consciously go, I want love. I want money. I want this, my new business to blow up. Even if you consciously want that, it becomes hard to let go because the subconscious is still carrying around the old ideas. Now, the most powerful way to do that is to hypnotize yourself. It's not this abstract thing where, like a Vegas showman where they hypnotize you to bark like a dog. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Oh my God, he's hypnotized and he's barking like a dog. Make him meow, meow. And it's like they're hypnotized like that. We're not talking like that. We're talking about reprogramming the subconscious. So I created a free success hypnosis. 1 million people from all over the world have now used it. It's right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com, right there down below. It's pinned to the comments. Please grab that. This is the most powerful way to complete this process to get what you want in life. Every time you notice yourself worrying, every time you notice yourself having a rough time letting go, watch this video again, take a deep breath, and then use my success hypnosis. Every time you find yourself worrying, 5 minutes, you close your eyes, you go to a sacred place, your car, your closet, your bathroom, your bedroom. You just find a quiet place. You put the hypnosis on and you remind yourself, I live in an infinite universe. I'm one with the creative force of the universe. I'm made in the image of God. God is for fuller expansion, constant expression. It's infinite in nature. It's all loving. And it's energy. And energy is never created or destroyed. So if energy is never created or destroyed, that means all the energy that ever could exist already does exist, which means all I want already exists as a possibility of energy in the mind of God. And if I can focus on what I want, if I can recognize the truth of this universe, just as surely as we know that if you put a seed in the ground, it's going to grow and it'll fruit, just as surely you will reap the fruits of your desires, of your goals. And so check out jakeshypnosis.com. It's pinned to the description and in the comments right there down below. All right. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the like button. It sends it out in the YouTube universe. Subscribe and bell notification. I know you hear that all the time. And you're like, bro, stop telling me what to do. But if you hit the like button, if you subscribe, if you hit the bell notification notifies you for new videos. If you do all these things, that's what sends us out into the YouTube universe so more people see it. So if you think I do a good job on these videos, if you think they're an important message, by doing that, you help spread the word. So have an absolutely great day. My nieces are all about to come over and we're going to swim in the pool. And I might wear that floaty right there just for a second. They're all girls, so I'll make all of them laugh if I come out and I wear that thing. And so I want to remind you, first of all, 1, you are a divine being. God is totally loving and infinite in nature. Your past is not indicative of your future. Your past is not indicative of your future. Who you see in the mirror is not who you are. That's 1% of who you are. It's like a rental car. When you fly into Houston and you get a rental car, your body is a rental car for your soul, for your spirit. You are a spiritual being in a physical body. So you are spirit. And spirit is infinite in nature. No things are impossible to spirit. Spirit's for fuller expression, and spirit is everything. So you're already connected to everything that you want. You're already good enough for everything that you want. Just let go. Just trust the universe. Trust that you're good enough. Trust that you're smart enough. Trust that your life is governed by the same qualities that govern the stars, the cosmos, and life itself. So take a deep breath in and out. Think about it. You're only alive in this body for so long. So what do you want? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to create? What do you want to experience? Send that to the mind of God and trust. Just know that you're meant to follow the same principles of the universe: constant expansion, fuller expression, and abundance. Meaning, success will meet you. What you want will meet you. What you want is seeking you. So have an absolutely great day. If you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching, and we will definitely see you next time.